morning everyone. Today I've got a nip to Costco just to get a couple of bits. I will take you along with me. I'm not going to film in the store. So I jump in the car and I'll catch up with you then. Okay, we're in the car and we're just going to Costco. Hubby's driving. Again, yeah. And I'll be back when we get there. Well, we're at Costco. We're going to go in and I will be back. This is our mini Costco haul. Let's load it in the car. That's it. We got that in the car, all in one bag. Right, next stop is Morrison's. And that's just for literally a quick look round. So I'll see you when we get there. Okay, pulled into Morrison's. I can go in and have a look and then we will be back. Right, we've come out of Morrison's. This is not what I went in for, but we got it anyway.
Bargain nonetheless.
Yeah, bargain nonetheless, as my hubby says. Flowers and some other bits. And this is what the car looks like now. Okay. We are almost home and we decide to call off into the range. And this is what I went into the range for. Now we're on our way home. Okay, we're back from our little mini shopping trip. And I'll show you what we've got. First up is Morrison's. Some Scotch pancakes for 15p. Some 6 country cake slices for 45p. They're already gone once the kids get to them. A Mother's Day card. Some tights, some milkshake powder for the kids, and some pretty primroses. That's one lot. That's the second one. Next up, Costco. Block of cheese. Organic easy peelers, bag of those, a net of organic lemons, some cookies for the kids. If I ever go to Costco and don't get them, I get moaned at. So, keeping the kids quiet. We have a new chopping board. This was from Costco. Okay. Some honey, citron and ginger tea. It's tea, jam and salad dressings and more. Now that's lovely hot as like a tea. That is lovely on toast. This is just great all rounder. It's brilliant, and it's a glass jar, a really good size. So I will reuse the jar once we're finished. Next up is bananas, free range eggs. And last from Costco is hot cross buns, 12 pack for $3.49. Don't they look yummy? I'm going to be having one of those in a minute with a cup of coffee. Then let's talk seeds. First up, oregano, great for the herb garden. Again, another herb which is cumin. And all these seeds were 99p. Lemongrass, nasturtium, dahlias, evening sun sunflower. Aren't they pretty? I love that colour. And lastly is this one. I can't pronounce it. I'm not even going to try to because I will get it wrong. But it is pretty. It's gorgeous. As I said, they're all 99p. Grandiflora single mix. That's the best I'm going to say. Okay. I'm going to go and make my coffee, have my hot cross bun, and I'll be back a bit later to see what else I'm going to be doing today. Okay, next up we're going to dehydrate one banana and a little pot of pineapple. Okay, that's a little pot of pineapple I've used. That's here. Now we're going to put it onto here. Spread it out best I can. Might have to do some jiggling around in a second. I don't know how much room the banana's going to take up. And that's one banana. And again, I'm just going to place it on, make sure it's not touching. I've only got one banana because that's the only one what was going brown. Well, the skin was going brown, but my kids won't eat them like that. So, they will eat them if I dehydrate them. Put them in their cereals, in with the yogurt. Okay, that is loaded. Move the dial. I'm going to put it on about 50. I do most things on 50. Helps if I plug it in. And there we are. And I'll be back later on to show you how they look. Right, I'm now going to show you how I make my infused oil, which then I turn into salves like hand cream, skin cream. Okay, I'm going to set up and I will put you on the tripod and we will begin. Okay, to start infused oil, an empty clean jar, This is an old honey one. You're going to need some olive oil. I've got organic extra virgin. I've got some dried pansies from my garden. Some echinacea from my garden. Some calendula from my garden. And some lavender from my garden. Along with rose petals from my garden. Okay, let's get going. First, I'm going to put the rose petals in here. I'm going to pack these quite a lot. Okay, I may come back and put more rose petals in a minute. Lavender. I don't do a lot of lavender. Calendula. See what I've got in here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 or 5 calendula heads. I use 4 echinacea, pansies, probably do a little bit more of those, push that down, top up with some more rose. Pack it down as tight as I can. Okay, next we pour on the oil. And you put enough in there to cover it all. On, I'm going to give it a stir with a chopstick because that normally drops it. Yeah, so that's definitely going to need some more. Right, let's see. Yeah, that is covered. Bring that up closer to show you. There we are. Give it a shake. Always make sure the lid is on tight, otherwise it makes a mess. Ask me how I know. There we are. Now you go and put that in a dark place, and once or twice a week you go in and you give it a good shake. And after between 2 to 4 weeks, you'll be ready to strain it out. So it will end up looking like this one. As you can see, it's a lot darker. This one's been infusing for quite a while. Okay, well, let me clear this lot up and I'll show you how we turn this into a skin cream. Okay, first we have to strain off the oil. Okay, got the lid off with some fighting. Had to see the husband for that one because I couldn't do it. Right, now we're just going to tip that into there. Okay, I'm going to let that strain a minute. I'm just going to clear up a little bit. Okay, put a bit of paper towel down, save me spilling it all over the cooker like I had done. Right, strain that. I'm now going to put this in a pot, and that's going to go in my compost bin. As I said before, we don't, or we try very hard not to waste much. We try to recycle as much as we can. Right, so we've strained that. There are little bits in there. Let's see if I can show you. As you can see floating around. Now that doesn't bother me because it's only parts of the flowers and that. But if it bothers you, just run this through a piece of muslin cloth and it should take all the little bits out. It doesn't bother me, but I don't mind. If you're not keen on that, then as I said, just run it through some muslin cloth or a piece of cotton or something like that. Okay, we're also going to need beeswax. And shea butter. This one's organic, raw and unrefined. It's just what I like. Most of my stuff that I make, what goes on the skin, is normally organic. It's just personal preference, but don't feel that you have to be the same. You do what you do. We'll do what we can with what we've got. Right, I'm just going to get a bigger jug and then we're going to start weighing. Okay. Bigger jug. Now we're going to weigh the oil. Scrape all that in. Okay, so that's 118 grams. I'm going to zero that back out. And I'm going to do the same amount with the shea butter. And shea butter will come in chunks. Well, mine does. Shea butter is so good for your skin. So moisturising. I'm actually just going to do a little less actually. I do about 100 grams, that's actually 101 and that's fine. Shea butter, when it gets warm, will just rub straight in. Okay, let me go and wipe my hands off a bit and I'll be back. Okay, on to the beeswax. Right, I'm putting 75 grams in there. Now I'm going to place it in the microwave on 20-second intervals until it is melted. Once it's melted, I'll be back. Okay, this is all melted. It's only just melted. And now I'm going to pour into little pots. And I'm probably going to make a mess. Let me take that out first. There we are, 6 pots. Okay, I'm going to go and leave these on the side and wait for them to cool down. You can pop them in the fridge, but I'm just going to leave them to cool down, and then I'll be back to show you what it looks like once they've set up. Okay, these are the hand creams, they've all but set. I don't know whether you can see that. It's quite smooth. There we are. There. And it absorbs in really well. A little goes a long way. Yeah. So these are done. What I've got to do is pop the lids on. This is the one I use first because that's the one I've just shown you. And one of these will be going to my mum, because she loves using these as well. Now these are brilliant for hand cream. I use them on my arms, my face, my legs, on if you've got like hard skin on your feet, brilliant for. So these are a great all-round sort of moisturising. I'm a person that suffers with eczema as well, which is what led to me making these salves. I was fed up with prescription creams that really are not great for my skin. So I did some research and come up with this one, and it helps my eczema immensely. Obviously if I'm in a really bad flare, then yes, I sometimes have to see the doctor, but if I catch it early enough, at the first sign of it coming, I can normally get it under control with this. So, and we've got, I think we've 2 other kids. 2 of my kids actually are eczema sufferers again. And again, this seems to treat it fine. There's nothing in it to hurt anyone. I don't put essential oils in. Occasionally, I may put vitamin E drops in it. I didn't this time, but it's a good all-rounder. Okay, I'll be back to show you how to make vinegars next. Next up, I'm going to show you how to make vinegar. It's quick, it's easy, and it's fully edible. Okay, for this you're going to need an empty jar. Mine's an old coffee jar. You're going to need a 1/4 cup of granulated sugar and some old fruit peelings. You can have apples, oranges, these are little clementines, and a chopstick to stir with. And all you do is we're going to place the fruit into the jar. Like that. It's about 3/4 of the way up. That's roughly where you want it. Next, you're going to have filtered water. Do not do this straight from the tap, because the chlorine in tap water will actually stop this fermenting and turning it into the vinegar. Okay, so I've just got a water filter here. And what we're going to do is we're going to fill it up. Do not go right up to the top of the rim. You'll want to stop about there, because when this ferments it bubbles and sometimes it can bubble over. I put a tea towel down underneath mine and then put them on, So, but you can put it on a plate or a saucer. Next up, you're going to need a 1/4 cup of sugar. You're going to throw that in. And then you're going to stir. I'm going to try and get right down to the bottom. Give it a good old stir. Right, don't worry if some of the sugar settles to the bottom. That's absolutely fine. The Acidobacter will eat the sugar, so don't worry if you can see that sugar layer on the bottom. Don't worry, it's fine. Next up, piece of cotton, an elastic band. Okay, so once you've got that done, what you're going to do is every day for the next 3 to 4 weeks is you're just going to stir it with a cocktail stick. Just give it a quick whiz round every morning, and after 3 to 4 weeks this will be done. It'll be ready to strain out, and it's a vinegar. Now with this, it's fully edible, okay, but if you want to know when it's ready, this will turn from this into alcohol first, so be careful if you put a spoon in and go to taste it, because if you want to see where it is, just be warned, it will be alcohol to start with. After the alcohol stage, it will then turn to vinegar. Now your nose will tell you it's vinegar. It has a strong vinegar smell, so you can't mistake it. But if you're worried, you can buy some litmus paper and you can test it, and you want it around about a 3 on the litmus paper, okay, and that's normally an orange colour. So this is going to go up on my shelf, and I'm going to stir it every day now for the next 3 to 4 weeks. Sometimes it can go up to 6 weeks, it all depends how warm or cool the kitchen is, but on average about 3 to 4, and just stir it every day. Okay, I'll be back later. Okay, the bananas and pineapple are done. All we have to do, I've got my jar of pineapple, so I'm just going to add it in on the top, because my kids will go through this in no time at all. Okay, banana jar, you can see it's half full, that's where the kids have been chomping at it. There we are, there we are, all done. That's it for today, guys. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, that way you will know each time that we upload a video. Until next time, happy crafting!